10 lines on save water for students and children in English. Set 1. 10 lines on save water for kids. Set 1 is helpful for students of classes 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Number 1. Water is the most precious element on earth and it needs to be saved at all cost. Number 2. Without water, there would be no life on earth as we know it. Number 3. More than 70% of the surface of the earth is covered by water. Number 4. Only 3% of the entire water on the planet is fresh water, which means only 3% of the entire water resource can be consumed. Number 5. Water is required for various purposes like agriculture, industries, domestic purposes like drinking, baking, and cooking. Number 6. Some of the major sources of fresh water are river water, lakes, groundwater, and rainwater. Number 7. One of the most popular and easy ways to save water is rainwater harvesting. Number 8. There should be educational awareness campaigns on how to use water judiciously, both on a domestic level and on a business level. Number 9. It is predicted that the next world war will be fought for water, and the symptoms are already seen between India and Pakistan for Indus water and in the African nations for Nile river water. Number 10. There should be a proper international consensus to use the water across borders without having to exploit and drain all of it from the riverbeds. Set 2. 10 lines on save water for school students. Set 2 is helpful for students of classes 6, 7 and 8. Number 1. Water is the important element on earth which is made up of 2 molecules of hydrogen and 1 molecule of oxygen. Number 2. The water on earth falls into 3 categories which are salt water, brackish water and fresh water. Number 3. Fresh water is the only category of water that is consumable by plants and animals. Number 3. Water is a big issue among neighboring countries because water has no man-made boundaries and flows across borders. For example, the Indus River that flows between India and Pakistan. Number 5. The water issue between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu for the Kaveri River has been in existence for the last 40 years in India. Number 6. There comes a time when we have to choose between using water between agricultural purposes and drinking purposes and cannot afford to do both. Number 7. Enough resources have to be allowed for research and development to convert salt water into fresh water. Number 8. A most popular way to save water is recycling used water treatment plants set up in local communities. Number 9. Rainwater harvesting is found to be an important method to save water and recharge the groundwater table. Number 10. Agricultural practices like sprinkling irrigation should be made use of to reduce the wastage of water in rural areas. Set 3. 10 lines on save water for higher class students. Set 3 is helpful for students of classes 9, 10, 11, 12 and competitive exams. Number 1. Rainwater harvesting is a process of saving water where the rainwater is allowed to percolate into the groundwater table through porous soil and hence helps in recharging the groundwater table. Number 2. The population explosion, rapid industrialization, globalization, and economic growth around the world are taking a toll on the limited resources of natural water on the planet. Number 3. Given the fact that only 3% of all the water on the planet is fresh water, we can't afford to use this non renewable resource irresponsibly. Number 4. Certain African nations are already suffering from drought and desertification because of the irresponsible use of water over the last few centuries. Number 5. In India, the arid regions of Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, and parts of Maharashtra and Karnataka are facing drought every year because proper use of water resources is not inculcated among the people. Number 6. Data driven centralized servers and technology should be used to keep track of the amount of water used by people in cities so that the pattern of usage can be found. Number 7. To save water, the general masses have to do incentivized, which means high taxes on the water is one of the solutions to make people use water responsibly. Number 8. In cities like Bangalore or Hyderabad, which doesn't have seasonal rivers flowing in, rainwater harvest and building of lakes and embankments should be done so that they become independent from river water usage. Number 9. The construction of artificial tanks and lakes should be encouraged so that the water collected in these can be used for domestic purposes in cities. Number 10. If water is not saved today, then there would be no water for the next generation to survive on, and the world as we know it will become crashing down.